Hey everyone, it's Jeremy. I'm one of the OCC success stories and I feel great. I have many reasons to this video, but the OCC weight loss part is just a really small part of it. This is really about boredom eating, and the quarantine that many of us are going through with this COVID-19. I've been following the OCC Facebook page, and I also know some folks are really struggling with staying on track during the COVID-19 troubles. I'll back up and give you a little bit of background on me. Like I said before, I'm an OCC patient, and my high weight was 317 pounds. I've lost about 140 pounds, and I feel fantastic. It was one of the best things I've ever done. In my day job, I'm the director of a behavioral health treatment agency just south of Seattle in the city of Tacoma. I specialize in addictions, and I've applied many of my addiction approaches to eating. Sounds like a good option for many of us, right? So how I can offer some guidance for folks at home? Well, some of my principles apply. My first recommendation is to clear your environment. Let's get those high-risk foods out of the house and really set ourselves up for success. Sometimes when we're stuck at home, boredom eating can be a big deal. And so it's clear the environment, get that stuff out. I've gotten some feedback from some folks on the OCC page that said, my family is not in this jam that I found myself in. I'm the overweight one and they deserve their treats. No, let them support you. Treats do not equal love. Junk food does not equal love. Nutrition equals love. Trust me, believe me, that is what it needs to be. It's reframing, our past, what we got into. The family will need to get on board and support us to keep making our progress. Changing our mindset, changing that mindset, nutrition equals love. If your family loves and supports you, they'll adapt, I promise. Let's bring them in for some support. Remember, this can be a life or death situation for many of us. If we're on the road to success, let's keep the success going forward. And why did we do this? Why did we choose surgery? Why did we choose weight loss? If it was solely for vanity, you might really struggle. But if it's for your health, for being around, for your family, your spouse, your kids, putting knee surgery off, hip surgery, things like that, that's why we did it. Vanity is a nice portion of the outcome, but it's just part of it. Look at all the other things that feel so much better. Weight loss and even weight maintenance is not just a surgical event. It's a process. It doesn't happen in one day. The surgery happened in one day. The healing from it happened over weeks, and changing our mindset, our eating, goes over months. So thinking about from the addiction standpoint, is think about if you had a loved one. If you're one of those people that thinks that your family has to have junk food in the house and chocolate and, chips and, so on, all the other good stuff. Think of it as drug or alcohol. If you had a friend, family, loved one, spouse that went to drug or alcohol treatment and they were getting out of treatment, would you be willing to remove alcohol from the house? Would you put your prescription drugs under lock and key to support them in their journey of recovery? Let them support you, or let them know that their support is needed. Let's get that stuff out of the house. It doesn't mean that they're never going to eat junk food again. It doesn't mean you're never going to eat junk food again. Maybe not a good time in this early recovery portion. If you feel like your family's in need of a treat or deserving of a treat, let's think back what Lucia would say. For some of the new folks, you might not have seen her enough. I hope Lucia's watching. Hi. What would she say about a treat? Let's try to make sure it has some protein, some fiber, and some fat. One of the things that I would do for my family is an apple crisp. It might be berry crisp or rhubarb crisp or some of those other things. What's one of the nice things about apples? There's some fiber in it. So now how can I get protein and a healthy fat in there? with the oats and things like that, we're going to hit some of the fiber. I found a no-calorie sweetener. It's got monk fruit and some things in it at Costco that I really like, and it seems to bake well, and I can tolerate it pretty well. For the healthier fat, sometimes there's a vegan butter on the market right now. I've also tried mixing with other oils, like a little bit of olive oil, because you do want it to get sort of a crisp top in it. Sometimes I'll use just, rather than just a bunch of brown sugar, I'll use a little bit of molasses in with my sweetener, just to get that little bit of flavor, and it seems to taste pretty good. After you cook it, and I'll back up and say I'm the person that would have cooked a gigantic pan of this, to feed 50 people. At my house, I don't need a dessert to feed 50. I need a dessert to feed 2 or 3 people or 4, and so really scaling these recipes down. And if you're on quarantine or locked in the house or things for this COVID-19, it's a great time to do the math and break down some of these recipes into some smaller, healthier recipes. To get the protein in there too, one of the things that I would do is serve it with a little bit of vanilla Greek yogurt. So I've got some warm apple crisp, maybe a small amount, maybe a little bit of Greek yogurt. Halo Top makes a pretty good, very low calorie ice cream. I want to say 280 calories in a pint, which a pint is a lot for people that have had the sleeve done. So it would be just a small portion. A pint can go quite a ways. But so then that way, we can see that there can be some protein. There's some protein with that yogurt or that Halo Top ice cream. There's other brands out there. There's the fiber with the oat topping and in the apples, say, and you put some of that healthy fat. So there sort of meets what we're looking for. Also think about boredom eating. Sometimes try drinking a no-calorie beverage. Water is what my go-to. I try to drink 2.5, 3 liters of water a day. Sometimes people say, oh my God, that's so much. I'm fairly active, things like that. I'm getting other liquids into. Some people like Crystal Light or some of the no-calorie sweeteners, sweetened beverages. So give yourself a break. Drink some liquid. See, are you still hungry? Check in with yourself in 5 or 10 minutes. The other thing I'm going to say is stay in touch with other supportive folks, whether it's the OCC Facebook page, some things like that. I think there's also some support groups out there that have some really good online messages. Weight Watchers has some good message boards, things like that also kind of hit some of the nutritional things and whatnot. I think some of the folks that have done the Weight Watchers program in the past can really be successful in this. Because of the breakdown of the support group is what I'm getting at. Smart Recovery, go ahead and Google that. It's basically aimed at people with addictions, but to drugs or alcohol, but there's a lot of great pointers. There's a lot of good tools on their website, Smart, S-M-A-R-T, Recovery. I believe their website's smartrecovery.org, and they've got something called a toolbox that has things like a cost-benefit analysis. It's all free. You can get to it. Overeaters Anonymous, that's a 12-step approach that some of our folks might relate to. But reach out for that support. We're in unusual times right now, so give that a chance. I also want to see if you guys would like to see some of the recipes that I cook. I've been interested in maybe doing a small little cooking video, for some of the things I like to do, and I think I've got some pretty good things. Feel free to reply to the message, in the Facebook forum, or reply to me, individually. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'd love to hear your some of the things that are working, and let's remember we're all in this together. Let's keep supporting each other, keep making good decisions, and we can do it. So I hope you guys have a great day. I hope some of the folks at OCC get a chance to watch this. I'd love to keep maybe even doing some more videos, because like many others, I'm going through the state of Washington is on a lockdown, and so this also helps give me something to do. So hope to hear from you guys. Have a great day. Take care. See you later.